My name is Jazz, and welcome to the first ever What If. This one is based off of Cartoon Network. So, huge shout outs to them and for providing the pictures. So, let's begin. In this What If. Before I get too ahead of myself, and this What If is what if Gwen meets Raven. All right. So, this is part 0. I know that in the past, the Cartoon Network released that commercial of like Beast Boy battling against Ben 10 and the Gwen was and her were playing against each other's in it. But so that's why I said huge shout outs to them. So let's begin with Teen Titans, where Beast Boy, Cyborg, Robin, Starfire, and Raven was at. And they got alerted by their alarm of Cinderblock and Goo Guy and the Electra fused together to create that thing. That one. But was attacking the city. And so they went and stopped it. And of course. But then the giant frog comes in. I know. You're thinking, oh, what does that giant frog look like? Or actually, it was a mutated version of Silky. But this one's different. It had more of the... how will I put this? Had alien genes put in them. Like stink bugs is genes inside of it. So they couldn't, or they were trying to figure out what the heck's going on. First, Garrow, or whatever his name is, I always forget his. And then the second is this big creature that has like stink bugs as wings and their eyes, and diamond heads as arms. So they were confused, but then out of nowhere, Ben 10, and I'm putting him with the same age as like Beast Boy's age, or 10 years old thing. So he like used his Omnitrix to go toe to toe with that monstrosity. No, not Silky. No. It looks like Silky, but it had a clone, and it had the DNA of Ben 10's aliens. So then, in his Ben 10 state, he uses stink bug. And then his stink bug form went all over, like shooting stunk at and Gwen and was using her spells things to contain it, and I forgot about Grandpa Max. Him shooting at it with those. So when they were battling on camp, or not battling, yeah. When they were battling, the news reporters were watching them like fight each creature thing, those villains, and Kitty was so interested because she already had a boyfriend thing, but she wanted to. She chose Ben. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. So, and her boyfriend, on the other hand, instead of like angry at a kid, he's actually kind of happy because he thought he had the only one. On him. And of course actually he was like, cool, I'm gonna box him when I meet him in person. Can't wait. But at Kitty's house, I'm not making this up. So, Moth eat. Did I really call him Mothy? But to be serious, yes, I did. But so he was like, as he was when he saw the creature that looks like Silky, but or one of his men, but mutation. He finds that interesting. So then, and then his little girl, oh, wanted to ask him if she or then if she could date Ben 10, because in this what if Kitty lost all interest in Robin, and she goes right to Ben 10, or he knows that. So then, after they both battled, home, home, picture Aqualad as Ben 10, and in that scene. So then, Beast Boy and rest of them says, "Come on over, come on." As they all went to Teen Titans thing, and plus this is not clickbait, by the way. The video thing, or this is not clickbait. No, 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 no. Okay, so before I got ahead of myself again. So then they were like, you know, they were basically in this what if Gwen and Tennyson and Ben are both brothers and sister. And Beast Boy was a he's a brother to Raven, Cyborg, Starfire, and like basically he really did care about all of them because he was upset at first when he was, but when of course Starfire was, she says, "Welcome to our humble abode" thing. Like more of like her voice, but I can't do her voice because headphone users, hers be warned. Because I am not trying to attempt it, and or they were. I tried to do that voice once, and it failed. So let's begin, or let's keep going. So, after they had their introductions of like Grandpa Max saying to them like, "This is kind of cool," No, and Cyborg is like, yep, we mostly built all this stuff. Okay? And Ben 10 is hanging out with Beast Boy and him and Gwen and, or actually Ben 10 was hanging out with Beast Boy. Grandpa Max was hanging out with Cyborg, right? And Raven, or not, or Robin. I meant to say Robin. And then the Gwen and her went and meditated, like did the same thing, away from everybody, where it's nice and quiet. So then another alarm goes off again. Gwen and Raven broke out of their trance thing, and they got so scared. So then they start like, so Mothman radioed. Sorry. So he radioed in to the star, or to them, that, or actually only person, or actually he was raiding his town with a bunch of creatures that looked like him, mixed with Diamond Head, mixed with plants. So basically, having a horde of those, like times 100, was like, come on now, boy. So then Moth and Kitty and him were all watching it. And they were like, what? Is this a guy that looks like a whack job thing? Of course, Mothman says, oh, interesting. Hey and I needs to go like talk at her. So then so they were like, yep. And doing all that, and Kitty decides to make a little arrangement thing. Of course, told her Hunter that she has this thing for her and Ben to go out on a date thing. But she told her plan to her then, as her dad was like, yeah, if that's so, it's it would be quite interesting. Because she asked, do you have those mind control chips things? Yes. As so then, so when they were fighting, of course, it was forearms, or Ben 10 transformed into forearms and ends up being the beat most of them. And he wasn't alone. Or actually, let me rephrase that. He has a sister before. Like when they were both born. So his sister was none other, or actually, I was gonna say his sister was Charmcaster. But so Charmcaster, she was hiding away from everybody, and her brother was like, as Charmcaster sees Ben, and there's two things in that really finds interesting about this what if. It's here. It was this one. So Charmcaster and Kitty and you know who else is in love with him? Was actually, yep, Starfire. Not Beast Boy in the background, but Starfire. Here. So, it was a three-way, like, battle. It's kind of like not Benton, but Beast Boy, Raven, and Terra, or Raven and Terra, I forget her name, if I say that properly. The Earth Girl, the one that controls the Earth. He was unable to. Of course, I was gonna throw her in this what if, but she was in. She was not going to that. So when it was a three-way battle, or over Ben 10, listen, because one is Kitty wants to have him, because his power. Raven, or not Raven, Starfire, I meant to say Starfire, and, or Starfire for his alien outfit things like he chose. And Charmcaster for making him for his own personal or his personality thing. So Dr. Animo and Enchantress were working together, like tech and magic. And you probably, or some of you are probably going to say something like, oh, he only experiments, he only works alone. But in this, what if is like, yeah. So after a couple minutes have passed, Dr. Animo says, curses, as he stomps his feet, like, no fair. My entire army, was gonna take over this city. As he got put behind bars after, So then, the Stargirl, or Starfire, and the rest of them says, good job. And only person that really asked what the heck happened was actually a citizens, but Beast Boy, him and Ben are best friends, like super best friends. They've known them for their entire lives. Not Kevin Levin or any of them. Not that kind of friendship thing. But they had respect for each other's. So, because last time I did one of these, I thought I said respect in a whole different word. So, they were like that kind of kid. They knew each other way before. So then, but now, of course, Ben, was walking around, checking out everything, because he had a tour guy, Beast Boy, and he decides, okay, plays video games, and this is hilarious part. Kitty, or actually not Kitty, her dad went told or made a partnership with him instead of Chandler's and all that stuff. But so Ben was saying, there should be a snack place around here somewhere. And him and Beast Boy were hungry, so they went to grab some food thing. Like pizza. But yeah, to bring back to the castle, they got ambushed by him and her, or actually by him, and when he knocked Ben out, or threw him onto a ceiling thing, or like in the hallway, like he goes right to Beast Boy because of he never really hold a grudge against Beast Boy, but kept him distracted enough. So then, I forget her name, Kitty, was able to put a chip on him. Kind of like that, but more of a mind-controlled chip into Ben. So then Ben was like mind controlled it. So then, and if you were wondering, don't worry, he's coming, or he's going, and okay, so of course, Kitty decides, what's your name? As as he says, I'm Ben Tennyson. And as she says, Ben, huh, you're so cute. Kind. Don't worry, that was just me playing with a receipt thing. So then, in her head, she says, perfect. So now I'll have both boyfriends. So then she and him went on a date thing. This is a weird date thing. So then, because she told her boyfriend and she told him that he's not getting replaced, but I'm adding new boyfriend. As he says, all right. Because in his mind, he thought he was going to get replaced. As he literally asked her that before. Like, are you trying to replace me or with his loser? As he points. No. Just adding more boyfriends things. So they both of them, or all three of them, went on a date together. Like Ben, him, and her. So then the charm caster was on a on a roof of a building, seeing her own, like, boyfriend at a time. In this what if, Charmcaster always had a crush on Ben 10. But she only has, or so when she saw him getting mind controlled by her, or by Kitty, more accurate term, and before we go any further, Kitty, the girl that I'm saying, she's from Teen Titans, the original one, old one. Probably there is one that. So Charmcaster was, he clenched her fist so much, she even wanted to, like, go toe to toe with Kitty right then and there. But then she holds her own back when she saw her boyfriend, because since they were little kids, and I'm talking about these cartoon characters, so no, like, links to some weird website thing. I had, and that happened. Someone left me a link to some random website, and I went, "You stupid." Sorry. So then, Charmcaster thinks in her head that she should be the one that took Ben instead of her, instead of Kitty. So basically, on the same time, her father decides, oh, I'm going to visit. And the Dr. Octavius, or whatever his name is, or I keep saying like Dr. Octavius, but Dr. Animo, that's what it is, sorry. Let me connect the dots. So, he, like, says, don't worry. As their first creation was a small creature that looks like, looks like him, but has, like, that bugs thing. As he says, what does it do? Is it a failed experiment? As Dr. Octavia, or Dr. Animo, more accurate term, sorry. Dr. Animo, decides, oh, I'm gonna, or this is what it is. So, as he brings in a old car from, like, a junkyard thing, put it right in front of him, in front of the one that looks like that, and he says, go ahead, eat. As he opened his mouth, and all the tentacles came out and ate the entire abandoned car whole. As he says, or he sets up a target, so he says spit. As he spits, and man, oh man, it was like a nuclear bomb, but way more watered down. As he was impressed. Like, huh. So then they were like, okay, then of course Gwen and went out and tried to find her brother. Her turns out he got captured by the spider head guy, and that girl, and so she's upset, and so Charmcaster had joined in them. So when it says Charmcaster, I know you're behind it. So where's my brother? So she says I wasn't behind it. The so-called this so-called kitty was behind it. Took Ben to go. Oh, as so then Titans were like, wait, that kitty thing. So they were like, yep. As during the same time, he acted more like a bodyguard than her boyfriend thing. As Spider Ainer says, huh, he should have put up more of a fight. Oh, he will, but let's just enjoy this moment. The two boyfriends of mine thing. So they ended up like being all romantic thing to each other. So then Gwen and Hex, or actually, not Hex, Gwen and Starfire actually were. Where is that picture? I had it a minute ago, though. So they were standing outside, and the Starfire says, guess he's your brother, I presume? He had a nice attitude. Similar to horse. As she looks at her, saying, yeah, but he's more of the, oh, I'm gonna save everybody kind. She actually says dweeb. He is such a dweeb. Same. Because him and her and the rest of the Teen Titans know that Beast Boy is a dweeb in there. So then Ben or actually they found Ben 10 because someone and like him was trying to ruin their romance thing. So Ben transforms into a diamond head, trying to think, and starts, he starts pounding them into, and so then all the Teen Titans showed up, and Raven secretly does not show it, but she secretly has a thing for Ben. Yeah. So then so Ben 10 shapeshift again into Ghost Freak, and starts doing everything. He was, or all of us were pretty scared. So they were pretty powerful. So Cyborg tries to use his cannon thing. Beast Boy tries to shapeshift into a creature thing. But Ghost Freak is overpowered. Boom! He possesses Cyborg, Raven, and doing all that stuff. Because once Raven saw the Ghost Freak of Ben Tennyson, I'm trying to hold it in, but of my laughter. So she finds that interesting, and starts containing him in. Okay? So then Beast Boy, he got or Gwen told him that if he's in the ghost thing, Ghost Freaks thing, he can possess humans, and he's literal ghost. As he transforms into a cannonball and starts shooting, or he rolls, I don't know his name. And then, of course, Charmcaster were helping them. So basically, to try to contain him, trying to contain, and he says, that's cool. Shapeshifts into different forms. As she says, yeah, that's our, or that's my, or she was trying to, she actually was so in her mind, she doesn't, of course, so she, or Kitty, was so into her mind of dating him, that she knew that as Gwen tells Batman, or no, she told on Robin that and it's only will be timed out for how many minutes thing. And Cyborg had copied the timer on the Omnitrix thing from the Omnitrix to a computer. So he ends up finding out how many minutes. As he was pretty powerful. He knew from... So then the same guy comes and says, well, this is unforgetful. I know that this is... As he told them, the only way to save Ben is because to get rid of the chip that's on his neck. But with each alien form is powerful than the first one. So then so he decides, okay, I'm gonna transform into something way bigger. From Cannonball to being the way big. As he starts pummeling it all down. Him, he, with his head, and because spiders are so small compared to us humans, he knew exactly what it felt like as a spider. So he basically, and Kitty does the same thing, was so impressed at her second boyfriend and ends up becoming a big guy. Him, I'm like, yep. So then she still was in her thoughts things, but her boyfriend and her, or him, sorry, her boyfriend knew that she's cheating on him thing. So he ends up helping the Teen Titans as he literally crawls up. Ugh. Sorry, gives me a heebie-jeebies. So he crawled up Ben 10 or Way Biggs' leg all the way to his neck. All the way into the back of his neck area. So then Ben 10 became back to him. He says, what happened? Or actually, he, in his way big state, he says, what happened? Beast Boy, are you okay? As he says, I'm fine. As so, because she knows, or actually, she knows that, and she didn't have any grudges against her boyfriend, but when she saw his do that, she was like, why did you have to do that? As he says, well, I think you had more interest in him than me. Of course, the enchantress was, or I forget her name. Yeah, Charmcaster. Sorry, so Charmcaster was she wanted to go toe to toe with her, but she was already prepared. So she had her own design of her father's, but way more. So she ends up flying away, tears rolling down her eyes. And she couldn't believe that her own boyfriend, and she was like, kind of like, I know, I'm not saying it, but so she could not believe it. So then Charmcaster literally walks up to Ben, or actually she like walks up to Ben, kisses him, and she also hugged him during that kiss thing. So then they were surprised, but so did Raven, because he wanted. So then between Raven, Starfire, and Charmcaster, it was like three-way battle again. It used to be a four-way battle, but she still has, or actually, Kitty still had feelings for Ben, and she also, because she had those sad moments things. But the only person that really cheered her up was actually her boyfriend. Because her boyfriend knows that she still had, of course, she still had feelings for him. Because she told him that of course, she told him that she wanted two boyfriends. Like him as one, Ben was on the other. Or so that's why he says, huh. But so she ends up holding a grudge against Charmcaster, Teen Titans, for ruining it. Even Gwen. I forgot about Gwen and Grandpa Max. So then Raven went, asked Ben to go somewhere, or actually into her room, and she straight up told him that she has feelings for him. And so Ben was like, as she ends up same thing, kissing him, and so that's why she was like, yep. As then Starfire, and it was pretty weird, having 4 girls all loving Anya in their different ways, loving on Ben for different reasons. Like Kitty wants a second boyfriend, and Raven wants him, Starfire, and Charmcaster, her. And Beast Boys was still his best friend. He knows that he's getting hit on by all of them. So that's why they were, of course, Gwen finally finishing the tour thing of it. So then they went to a museum to explore that, and that Gwen was like, yep. And if you were wondering what happened to that guy, he went into the future thing, and or went back to his present day thing, and woo-wee, that was fun. Because Dr. Animo was in custody with, or actually was still experimenting, but they created a kind of like a monstrosity, but more. Okay. Wow. So that's why this seems a little bit shorter than my other what ifs, because usually I take a really long time to explain it to you, but no. And before we go, I forgot about even Robin had respect, not spank, respect and Ben 10 so much. And Silky was so happy that he got a new friend. Cinderblock was, or all three of them were like, yep, done. And basically, and they went and tested on a new gear thing. And Grandpa went to Cyborg, and if he wants to, or if Teen Titans want to join forces with him, or with the plumbers. But in this world, if Teen Titans heard about plumbers, not the toilet ones, the Men in Black kind, and they find that interesting. Like, works with us, not for us, with us, kind. Cyborg says, sure. As long as it revolves around technology, I'm good. Okay? So then, all the stuff happens, and everyone got a happy ending. The ending. And so, this is included thing. For my next what if, I'm debating about what if between My Hero Academia, Generator X, Ben 10, or the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I was thinking about putting like Cinderblock in the what if Cinderblock was Ben 10's brother, or what if Starfire being Ben 10's sister. One of those. I'll leave it in the comments below. So, vote on it, please. Okay, just type in your answer in the comments. So please and thank you.